Good afternoon, folks. My name's Ollie's Card Gaming here, and I'm bringing you a BT4 deck list for Red. The deck list is Red Shine Omni. It hasn't been seen played a lot in BT4 due to like green and purple and yellow being played a lot more. Same with Rookie Rush due to the Lobomons. Well, we're gonna start off this with the babies. We all know what the babies are. The babies are all gonna be standard. We're playing one Coromon. Coromon, he's just your whatever. He's your boost for the stack when you have four or more. You don't see him often, but the best one so far is our Gigimons. Gigimons are our boost when we have 5 cards in our opponent's grave. All our Digimon basically with this inheritance gain 1,000, so it's a DP boost. But Gigimon is a lot better than Coromon. I almost forgot what Coromon's name is. We're gonna also go off um, with the rookies now. I'm just making sure to have everything here. I'm gonna start off with 2 Agumons from BT4, the new Digiburst one. When this card's Digiburst, basically, due to it, when this card hits the trash due to Digiburst effect, return it back to hand. So it's a recycling rookie, of course, pretty good. We're then going to go into 2 Gilmon. Gilmon, he is definitely one of your extra boosts as well. He's the exact same as a Coromon. So 5 in your opponent's trash, 5 cards, and you gain 1,000. Next, we are going with 3 structure deck. Oh, there we go. 3 structure deck Agumons for that extra boost on your turn only, 1,000. So as you can see, the deck is kind of consisting on damage boost. So no matter what level you are, you're more likely going to hit over and hit in security with safe, even with like champions, even the rookies, depending on how you play. Our next lineup is 2 Biomon. Because people don't really expect this, but when Biomon, the inheritance, when a Digimon above it would attack, if this Digimon's block gain 2,000 DP. So when your opponent blocks and you're 1,000 DP short, you are now 1,000 over the blocker and you destroy the blocker. So it makes your opponent really think. And last but not least, we are playing. Oh no, we're not. And last, nearly there, folks. We're playing 3 vanillas, Monogramon for those 2 drops for extra body in the field to end your turn to leave your opponent on 2 memory, and it's just a cheap cost basically. Memory manipulation, as we call it. So it's very good to see this in your hand going first, because your opponent can't really do much with 2 mana. They're just evolving, and that's it. Lastly, one card that I really enjoyed from 1.5 is the Biomon. Biomon is quite interesting in this deck. The way I use it is when I summon it I usually drop it from hand, so I may or may not have given my opponent 1 memory, 2 or 3 memory, depending on what the current stage is. But then on my next turn, I can easily swing into a stack. It could get blocked or anything, but we'll say you got swings into a stack. Swing into a stack, and you get rid of your security. You get rid of this security. This dies, and you gain 1 memory. So it's I see it as a body decline, a memory gain, and a security. So it's easy swings with benefits, basically. With that, we have been playing what you call it. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 rookies. There's 15 rookies, and that's more than the champions, ultimates, and I actually have no clue what they're called. Megas. There we go. That's what they call the megas. But we're going to go into the champions. For our champions, we are playing 4 Dark Tyrannomons. 4 Dark Tyrannomons for those easy memory manipulation, because it's a 1 cost and it is a 6 DP Digimon, and you can get early swings, like I said. So with the Gigimon and the Guilmon or the Agumon, you can be looking at a 7k or an 8k swinger that's only level 4 for the cost of 1 memory. We're going with, of course, the the same old structure deck, Greymon for the security attack. It is a 2 cost. This will be swapped out for the BT5 Greymon once it has been released. But we all know what Greymon does. It's a 2 cost 4K, but for the next Digimon that's Digivolve on top of it, we'll gain the inheritance of security attack +1. So for one swing, we are getting 2 security cards. For our blockers, we are same old lineup. We are doing 4 Quadramon. We are doing 4 Quadramon. He's a 2 cost. He blocks. He's a 6K defender and everything. But when you swing, of course, you lose 2 memory. But when BT5 comes out, we will be getting our brand new 1 memory cost blockers. But it's a 5K blocker, so it is a bit of a sacrifice of DP. But the memory is pretty good because you can climb up easily. Now, on to our level 5s, onto our ultimates. Our ultimates are the lineup is changed a bit due to BT4. With BT4 now being released, we've been given access to Rise Greymon. This card has been absolutely nuts. I've been playtesting it a lot, and I actually do very like it at 4. I could possibly cut it down to 3 if I want to, due to the only Agumon. I only have 2 Agumons that are Digiburst. With this brand new Rise Greymon, we can easily, instead of the Shine Greymon, the yellow Rise Greymon, for yellow we'll be using this as well, you can put this into your rest zone, and then wait till your turn, bring this out of your rest zone, and then activate its effect, Digiburst 2. You may play 1 red or yellow tamer card while playing play cost of 4 or less from your hand while playing its memory cost, basically. This plays down your tamers for free. So red is starting to see a little more aggro, a little more faster board being played. So instead of playing a normal level 5 and then dropping down a tamer for that security, you're basically just doing a 3 cost and then you're getting down a tamer for 4. So you're looking at 7 memory in total, but instead for the cost that's free. Not to mention the inheritance effect for the Digimon above this would gain 1 second. When you have a tamer in play, one of your opponent's Digimon gain 2000 DP. So it is boosting itself up with the inheritance. It's giving a boost to another Digimon with its own inheritance, and you get to play a tamer for free. We are then playing next 2 Gothiumons for the easy build-up. It's an 8K, it's a 2 cost. It's easy swings. Instead of going through 6s, it's something that your opponent will be very weird to tack into as well as and remove because of how big this guy is just for 2 costs. I think it's pretty cool. There's nothing much special about him. Our last 2 level 5s are, of course, our structure deck Metal Greymons. Metal Greymon is a 3 cost, of course, and it is a 7 DP, which is kind of a bummer compared to Lava Gothium, and it's also 1 more memory cost extra. But its inheritance is definitely something that we should be all very happy about. Your turn, when this Digimon is blocked, gain 3 memory. It makes your opponent think. It makes your opponent think very hard to not block, because if they block, you gain 3 memory. Also, as well with the Biomon, if you have Biomon that has the block inheritance, this will become a 9K. And if you have Greymon at the bottom of it, it is a swing for 2 cards. It will gain 3 memory if it's blocked, and it'll gain 2000 DP if it's blocked. So it is a win-win. For our level 6s, of course, we are doing... This is just a very weird lineup of 6s. I would have made this a lot easier, but it's kind of to my preferences, of course. We are playing 2 Shine Greymon from BT5. It is a 3 cost, so it is cheap. It's 11,000 DP, but it can be digivolved on top of a red and a yellow. So yellow can use this in red, but I see red using this due to the effect where if one of your red tamers or yellow tamer is suspended, this Digimon gains a security attack. So I will go into the combo real quick with this, where we have a tamer, and yeah, like I said, very good card, very good card. It's in very strong security, not to mention with the Greymons and everything else underneath it. We are next playing 2 BT1, so 1.0 booster box War Greymons. He's not seeing much play, of course, from around the world, but I've placed him in there due to we have now Yellow Security playing Blinding, not Blinding Raid. They're playing what you call it? They're Tamers. So Shine Greymon selected, still there. We still got War Greymon. For purple, purple has their nail bones, their deck claws, their trump swords, and Green has their needle sprays and their flower cannons. So same with blue. Blue hasn't been played. I haven't seen blue being played much besides Blue Rookie Rush, but blue would play in Hammer Spark. This basically is when Digivolve this Digimon gains Secure Attack +1 on that turn, so it's swinging for 2 for itself. With the inheritance of Greymon, it gains a 3. If it's blocked, again 2000 DP. You can already see the multiple combos you can do. You can set up your board to be very destructive to get rid of blockers or get rid of security or high swings into the early stage of level 3s and 4s. The next part about this card is that your turn, this Digimon doesn't activate security skills. On option cards, it checks. So it shuts down option cards in security. Oh, even Gaia Force won't be able to activate. I completely forgot. Red can't play against red. I had this at 2. If I would like to play at 3, I would do that so, but I think right now my lineup is pretty good for my level 6s. For my last 2 level 6s, I am playing Blitz Greymon. Blitz Greymon will never be gone from red for a while because of its piercing effect, and it can be evolved on top of a black or a red Digimon. It's a 12,000 DP. But the best part about it is that it's trigger when digivolving de-digivolve 2 of one of your opponent's Digimon. So it can be really helpful against black, which they can bring out Craniumon, and once they have Craniumon, it is quite hard to get over Craniumon unless you somehow blow up the field. But because of Craniumon has this blocker effect, you have to do a big swing. But we all know Craniumon can be a 13k blocker or 14k blocker depending on what they have. But Blitz Greymon is definitely there for helping you get rid of those big, nasty opponents Digimon that are causing you hassle. And not to mention as well, it security attack +1, security attack +2. You have the piercing, you have the block effect and everything. So it's really putting pressure on your opponents, even when they have blockers or not. And I have to say that the lineup is really good, and I'll keep it at 2. On to our last 2 Digimons. We're playing 2 level 7s, and of course we all know the man himself. We are playing 2 Omnimons. People have been playing at 3, people have been playing at 4, I play at 2. We all know what it does. It's a 6 cost for red and blue, of course. It's 15 DP, so it's the strongest Digimon so far in red. It's amazing. When Digivolving one of your opponent's Digimon, you pick one of your opponent's Digimon and delete all the opponent's Digimon that have the exact same name, and when it's attacking, you can bounce back at level 6 until you attack again. So during my playtesting, I have had Omnimon have a security check plus a boost, and I would swing once, so it's checking for 2 securities, it removes them, and then I bring back the Blitz or the Shine Greymon or the War Greymon, and then it can check for another 2 cards. Excuse me. So this card is such a boost to the red deck. We are now going into the last cards, and these are the option cards and tamers. So we're going to start off with one Taikamiya. Memory game for 3 for the start of your turn if you have 2 or less. And you get security +1 if you have a Digimon that has a stack of 4 underneath it. Pretty standard for red. I played a 1. I had it at 2, but then after many playtests, I had a 1 because of a very good reason. I kept seeing it too much, and it wasn't needed. Our brand new tamer as well. We are playing 2 Marcus Damon. Marcus Damon is such a very good boost to red because of its ability, not because of its 3 memory gain, but of its when you use a Digimon with Greymon in its name and you run loads of Greymon, you run Greymon, Shine Greymon, Blitz Greymon, Rise Greymon, and that's it basically. You may spend this tamer to gain 1 memory. And with the Rise Greymon will play this for free when you Digiburst. You activate this, you attack with Rise Greymon, you then bring back, you tap this card, and then you gain a memory. So therefore, you've only use 2 memory to bring out Rise Greymon, and you get an easy swing into your opponent. We are now going down to the last of the deck, and it is the option cards. We are playing 2 Gaia Forces, of course. Gaia Force is a very strong card and everything, but we don't want to see it constantly. I kept it at 3, and then I had it at 4, and I kept seeing drawn to hand, but then I kept it at 2, and I miraculously would see it once in my hand, or the majority where I'm starting to lose, it would be in my security, and it would be a game changer. It's basically an 8 cost and delete one of your opponent's Digimon. And security main effect is activate main effect. And now the newest addition from BT4 is Trident's Revolver. Trident's Revolver is a 6 cost option card, and I have to say it is absolutely amazing. It is sort of like a Gaia Force, but it has a condition where you have to delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 6,000 DP or less, so you can't delete every type of Digimon on the field like Gaia Force. But the best part about this card as well is that one, it is a removal, and two, then you may play one Tamer card with a play cost of 4 or less from your hand while paying its memory cost. You are playing 3 Tamers. You're playing 4 Rise Greymons. You're playing like so much like cards that work with each other. You're gaining security. You're gaining security text. You're gaining memory. You're de-digivolving. You're shutting down your opponent's optional cards and security stacks. You're getting heavy swings into your opponent. You're deleting your opponent's Digimon with inheritance effects. So this deck is a completely aggro deck that I really, really do enjoy. And I think that this deck will definitely be played in BT5. But when BT5 comes out, we're gonna get the brand new deck, the brand new Digimon Shopmon. So yeah, this the standard the standard board would definitely be whatchamacallit. I'll just have it set up here. That I usually end up on. Well, the stack that I usually end up on. That is crazy due to effects that I was able to do, of course. So get that. I know I'm blabbering. I'm about to finish off. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. So the majority of your board is going to be like this. You have the Agumon with the Gigimon underneath it. So your Digimon above this is going to gain the boost. So I will just show you the boost real quick. Hang on. So they'll gain 1,000. So your Greymon is going to gain 2,000 on your turn, so it'll be 6,000. You're then going to have a Rise Greymon on top of that, and you have the effect. So you're able to bring out either your Marcus Daemon or your Tai Kamiya for the security attack. So Rise Greymon now has a 9k boost with a security attack +1, either with a memory for less or a Tai Kamiya for extra security. We're then going to go into a Blitz Greymon, of course. And Blitz Greymon is then going to de-digivolve and have the capability of piercing. And then he's going to gain the security attack +1 and the boost. Also, when he attacks that turn, he can destroy blockers and he can hit into security for 2, as well as when attacking get a -2,000 DP on one of your opponent's Digimon. And then lastly, we get an Omnimon. Of course, an Omnimon will gain all those effects when he's attacking, and he's hitting and you're hitting twice. So you go swing, you're hitting security for 2 cards, so they have 3 cards left. You bring back the Blitz Greymon, and then you can swing again for 2 again, and then that's it basically. Your opponent's left on one memory, and you're more than likely have the field with another 2 or 3 Digimon with this deck. And I have to say, this deck is just completely crazy. It's bonkers how it really does like build up. Wow, even wow with the Tamers, like the amount of times where you can just build up so easily with no Tamers on the field, and all you have to do is just climb up into an Omnimon and remove the field, and that's it. Like, but thanks guys for watching anyway. Stay tuned for a update purple Metal Garurumon deck. I had locals there this weekend, and I was very proud of how the deck went well and how well it operated, and I piloted it. I had to say, like, it was pretty amazing. But yeah, that'll be for another video. So stay tuned and enjoy, guys. Peace.